Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. That looks latent to me. Anyway, we'll figure it out. Every time Windows updates, it throws me off. But shout out to everybody here. Thank you for jumping on in. Wonderful day to be alive. We woke up and we're alive, baby. Beautiful time to be alive. Thank you so much for the lemon. Do you get that lemon next to it? I will. Could you please? Sorry. It's funny. You'd think she would know me by now. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you for jumping on in. We're going to break down Bitcoin for you. Sketchy situation going on right now. The S&P does not look amazing, and that foreshadows Bitcoin. So we have a lot to talk about. We have a lot to break down. First thing we're going to do is put the lemon into the water and have a nice big sip of lemon water. First thing is your health. If you don't have your health, you can't trade. You can make a bunch of money. If you don't have your health, you can't spend it. You can't do anything with it. You see what I'm saying? So remember, take care of your health, number one, and then everything else falls into place. Let's take a big sip of the lemon water. Let's do the right thing. Let's stay disciplined. Did you work out this morning? I did already. Maybe it's late at night, a different time of your life, but did you work out the day? You know, did you take your heart as priority? You know, make sure that blood is pumping, make sure the organs are moving, make sure you're feeling good, moving with God's energy. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Let's take a big sip of that lemon water. Let's stay focused. Let's stay disciplined. Let's stay grateful, thankful for every single thing we have. Do not beat up your life and break down all the things you don't have. Think about all the things you do have. If you're in America, you're not in a third world country in a shack somewhere. Like, there's so many things to be grateful for if you really break down your life. Let's all be grateful. Let's drink this lemon water. Thank you, dear Lord, for this moment in time that we have. Let's stay in the present because that's all we have, the present moment. If you stay in the past, you're going to worry too much. You worry about the future. You can't control. The future and the past do not exist. Only the present moment truly does. This is where you need to be able to create your life. And you want to co-create at every single moment in time. Let's have the lemon water. Let's get into the charts. Let's have a blast. Shout out to each and every one of you. Let's go, baby! Let's stay motivated. Let's stay ready to go. Let's say the best versions of ourselves so nobody can tear us down. Nobody can make us do something that we know in our hearts is not right. If someone forces you to do something, you know it's not right. Never do something that somebody forces you to do. Shout out to each and every one of you. Let's take a big sip of the lemon water. And let's get it in. Let's take a look at what's happening in the markets today, shall we? Let's jump on in to Fiat League. Kyber Network up. Only thing really doing its thing, 5.5%. Rest of the market is red on a red day, but not too bad. Only down 10%. Sushi down 10%. After that big spike in the market, Bitcoin still pumping in there. Ethereum pumping in there. A little bit of Filecoin, not really. A little bit of SHIB. SHIB has been trending recently with Shibarium. A lot happening there on Twitter, in the Twitterverse. All right. And yeah, it's pretty flat as we look at it. Let's take a look at the S&P futures. First thing I want to look at here. Rejection. We had to break back above the zone. No good. No good. This is my original trend line. I can group this. I'll create a group for it. Get rid of that. This is what we're really looking at. This is what I've been talking about this whole time. Now, this morning, I made this trend line. It's funny. Then I saw another analyst that I saw made the same trend line like you know, an hour later, and I was like, two minds think alike, you know. But this is a symmetrical triangle, up, down. If we break this trend line, more downside. This trend line really has to hold for the S&P and for Bitcoin. This is going to be a big deal. It's going to be a big deal. All right, let's break down what I see happening right now. I woke up this morning, the S&P was dumping, you know, and falling out of the channel. However, the 1 hour got oversold. It began to try to get a bit of a move. Also, the RSI finally hit below the dotted line. We haven't been below the dotted line since about here. Could this be our new low? Low, high, higher, low. If this is the trend, we have a low, high, higher, low. We need to put in a higher high to remain bullish. The S&P must break above 4,025 to keep the trend alive. All right. At the present moment in time, the 1 hour did push up, but it was lackluster, showing signs of a possible bearish retest of the 21-day moving average there. See? It's about to basically get checked by the 21 if it can't get back above the zone. This is a very strange falling wedge that is attempting to break to the upside. We take a look at our 4 hour. Our 4 hour says, hey, I want to make a move back to the upside. This is my higher low. Maybe we dip down a little bit on a wick. 4 hour suggests that we can maintain this trend line. So only time will tell. Right now, when we look at the 1 hour time frame, it's getting pretty spent. And let's take a look at our 15. 15 minute is also attempting to roll over, looking like it doesn't want to get above the zone. You have resistance here for sure. Let me undo that. I like Alt-J better instead of Alt-H. We have resistance here at 39.38, something that we definitely want to watch closely. Everybody, it helps the community when you hit the likes. As many watchers get likes. So let's get the likes up to the watchers. I would be greatly appreciated for it. I would do it for you. I got 2 kids and a wife. I'm out here on my own every day. I work 7 days a week. So my wife and kids have nothing to lack. So they lack nothing. I work 7 days a week for them. I sacrifice my mind, body, and soul every single day so that you can eat, so that they can eat, and so that everybody around me can benefit from my knowledge. I could keep the knowledge to myself, my crazy active brain. I could sit alone and draw doodles. I choose to share it with each and every one of you because you share your love with me. And because you were so loving to me when I first started this channel, the 10 people that started watching me, the 15 people that started watching me, the 20 people that started watching me, it just kept growing. And I said, why would I stop doing this? So remember, when we get tight moving averages, they tend to push up to the 200 SMA. Can we get that action? We are getting the 21 and the 200 far apart. That could get us a move. So not the worst so far. It could be worse. We break this trend line, then it's going to be bad news. We stay inside this trend line, there's a chance the S&P still breaks out of this symmetrical triangle to the upside. So only time will tell, but we will watch. The daily for the S&P looks absolutely horrible for a dump. However, there's been anomalies, like I showed you in Bitcoin. The 22 is already oversold, and I've seen the 22 tame the daily. It happened, I can show you back in the past, about a month or two ago, where the daily never actually went down. Kind of see how the daily here, the daily never really goes low. But if you flip to the 22, like if we put a line right there, we flip back to the 22, you'll see the 22 did go low. So it's almost like the daily will skiff the upper curved areas, like it will kind of come down, but the 22 will go low. So I've been switching to the 22 for a little, I've seen the daily push it down, but more than not, the 22 is the more correct time frame in my humble opinion, and the daily will stay pinned, the 22 will pump. So this is a good sign that we could get a move here back to the upside. 22 hour, got to stay above the 200 SMA. See that? We get below that, that's going to be the beginning of bearishness too. So I already know, we'll watch the 22. We want to see price action stay above this line right here, 38.96, and we want to see price action stay above. Why are we doing this and not Bitcoin? Because they're directly correlated. If we see this take a dump, Bitcoin will dump, and it front runs it slightly. So there you go. Let's break down Bitcoin getting a bit of a pump as we speak. We woke up this morning. First thing I talked about was this cup and handle on the 15-minute, all right? And it was a little bit of a cup and handle there, and you can see it doing what cup and handles do, breaking to the upside in a massive move up, wick to wick. And look, that was the cup and handle, was it not? Who was in my trading group and saw me draw this cup and handle on the update this morning? Pretty crazy, right? Bit of a double bottom too there, 1, 2. And we talked about this rising wedge breaking to the downside last night. So we call that mini short. We call this little pump not amazing. I'm not going to be, oh, look at that. I'm calling tiny calls in the 15. They're minuscule moves. They don't mean tons. What it is, though, is we could also say that we broke out of this. And this was kind of bear flagging. Really wanted to break to the downside, and we got to move back to the upside out of this mini cup and handle. I see this as a diamond, a reversal diamond that would reverse back to the downside. 90% of the time, these are pretty accurate. We came in from the bottom. We'll squiggle. We could probably come all the way up, come all the way down. We'll go sideways, and then eventually drop out of the diamond. I see a big, see that? That's a high volume node. Slight point of control there on the dotted line. The high volume node sticking out. That's going to be heavy resistance for Bitcoin. Where is it? 20,888, 20,800. We know about the 800s. These are areas we need to consider, right? I drew this little flag here, top and a bottom. Bit of a channel that we're beginning to kind of, bounce off of. Nothing to write home about, just something that I'm grasping at, but it's not amazing. All right. So this is what I see. I see a diamond pattern. This is how I make sense of this insanity, right? And I did call this cup and handle this morning. Quick little scalp, not amazing. Just saying, we do see things that most people do not see. All right. Come to the channel and get the education. And if you don't understand during the channel, then I have a class I teach every Tuesday from 3 to 5:30 and the last Saturday of every month. Come on into class, get the language of the charts. You can trade anything in the world with what I teach you. Tesla, Forex, gold, silver, oil, it does not matter. Get yourself immersed in this class. Get yourself educated. It'll blow your mind. I'm going to make sure it blows your mind. I'm going to put so much effort into the class. You're going to leave amazed when you're done. Promise you that. I promise you. You will get more than $99 out of that class, and you will have that knowledge for the rest of your life. I'll give you a PowerPoint, a 9-point checklist, things that took me 15 years to develop. You will have in your fingertips in 2 hours. Most people would never do that. They would charge you thousands of dollars. But I truly believe I'm going to die. I could die tomorrow. And if I could die tomorrow, then I got to do everything I can to keep you happy today, to keep you educated today. Like, I can't do it tomorrow. So I live in the present moment. So I don't live in fear. I don't worry about giving away my knowledge. I live in the present moment, and that has been taking care of me. So I'm going to keep doing it. So cup and handle did bounce to the upside. We got the breakout really right to the measured move. How do you get the measured move of a cup and handle? You take the slanted, you get a wick from the top. If you get a wick, anywhere you see a wick sticking near the top of the channel, and then you want to find this wick here, preferably the wick in the middle. This side wick is possible too. Might actually go all the way there. And look, tight moving averages will push up to the 200 SMA. It's just this easy kind of thing that happens. Just like, look, price came back to the 200 SMA here. 21 will come back to the, and it's like the 21 comes back to the 200. 21 will come back to the 200. What got above this high volume node makes sense that we could get all the way up to this one here. You see? I'll get rid of this. I'm going to get rid of this channel for now because it's like still not fully developed. But it was a trend line. But look, we get above this zone, which we are right now, likely to get to here now. 21,299. It just, that's what happens. You're going to gap through this VRVP. Double bottom too. See that? And not too shabby. I used to do this too and kind of show you like this broken falling wedge, but it's just such a mess. They really ruined price action. Like they made it such a mess. Such a mess. But I do see a reversal diamond, possible Bart Simpson coming. Good news is that we got above this high volume node. We need to stay above it. So we got to get a 1 hour or a 4 hour candle to close above here to let us know we can get to here. If we don't get this candle to close above here, we're just continuing to the bottom of this channel to the downside. All right. And our 1 hour time frame is getting overbought and you're not above resistance. It's just not a good sign, hands down. So let's take away the cup and handle. It played out already on the 15th. And we're watching this flag that kind of faked out, breakout. Technically, it's still out of the pattern, so it broke out. Can it stay out is the question. I get rid of my random drawings when I'm explaining. So here's the deal. I mean, resistance. We're at a heavy resistance right there, clear as day. Look, resistance, kind of resistance. Broke out, fell back. Almost a bounce on that wick. A little bit of resistance right there. And so you can clearly see why this is a point of control. 20,898, 20,900. So we can't get back to 21,000. Struggling right now. We'll take a look at BOOKMAP and the liquidity as well. Kind of load us up and see what's happening for the day. Thank you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. I greatly appreciate it. I'll do everything I can to keep you educated every single day. We'll go over Bitcoin. Bitcoin dominance, total market cap, total 3 if we have to. And the DXY. I have the DXY loaded. I have ES1 loaded. We already went through the futures market. We showed you how there's some issues there, but we showed you where we could be saved. So we know what levels to watch. All right. We got the total market cap. We know what levels to watch. We know exactly where we stand and where we're going. All right. Shout out to everybody here in the live. Appreciate you all. Flipping on the BOOKMAP cam and taking a look at BOOKMAP and the liquidity. What is this? It's a heat map showing me just like a infrared goggle would show me where a person was, dark heat. But it's also an order book. So that's why we call it BOOKMAP. It's an order book with a heat map. You get it? BOOKMAP. So with that being said, we do see this huge order, 21,200. It's the biggest order we can see on the books, right? Yeah, nothing really too big here. Here we have 300. There's 986 at 222. But this guy's 775, 496, 290. Got about 1,000 Bitcoins around 21,150, 21,200, 21,250 area, okay? So far suggests that we could go higher, and even this little low right here says we could get a move to the upside, all right? And look, we're going to get rid of BOOKMAP now. We're not going to make that mistake anymore, I promise. I just promise, and I don't like to break promises, so I'm going to do everything I can not to do that ever again. I apologize. Someone wrote me an email yesterday, like, please, bro. And I was kind of annoyed, like, dude, I give you so much. Like, just take it. But I get it. It's unprofessional. It's got to be done right. So this is a double bottom attempting to break to the upside at rejection. You want to look at your 15 and your 7. If they're both overbought, you're likely not to get above the zone. So what you're looking here is some type of crazy short squeeze out of like a rising wedge. You're looking for like just some kind of crazy anomaly. BOOKMAP suggests that it may happen, as it does have hanging fruit, or not hanging, but I guess high fruit, giraffe reach fruit here at 21K. Is that the target right there? It is 21,000 right there. So we might just get one little push up, right? So we'll watch this closely, but it's more likely we begin to dump here. Rising wedge break to the downside, overbought on the stochastics RSI, overbought on the 15. You know, getting spent on the 1 hour time frame. I've seen moves out of this, but I mean, you're getting a little spent there, okay? So you can see like overbought on the 1 hour, overbought on the 15, overbought on the 7. Just not a good sign. That's not when I open up a long, I'll tell you that. If it is, it's a short squeeze anomaly, and I like to trade probabilities, not anomalies. All right. I've traded a few anomalies. They work, but you got to be careful. One thing about the 7, though, you did get above this high volume node. Can you get all the way to 21,300? So can we get through this gap? That's interesting to me. Lately, gaps have been showing me that they're stronger than all the indicators. So like when I see a gap, doesn't really matter what the indicator says. We tend to gap to the next point, you know? So let's get above this resistance first that we see. Let's get to 21,000 and let's go from there. 20,900, the battle is on for 20,900 for BTC. Am I trading right now? Really not. I'm watching the market. I'm waiting for a better, stronger signal, you know? Like, do we break out of this diamond? Do we go up? And this could change. We might see a different pattern in the next 2 days. I'll see something different and I'll be able to change my trajectory or what's happening, but it's every day, every 5 hours, one step at a time, man. One step at a time. All right. Get rid of this. We don't need that. Get rid of that. So I do see a diamond. I'm giving you exactly what I see every single day. And there's going to be a few days where you have completely indecisiveness. You're just like, I'm not sure. You know, clear as day. We have resistance here. We have support here. 20,576 has shown to be support. 20,500, really, you can see. It can be like, are we in a broaden? You know, we're in kind of like one of these really wacky broadening wedges, but nah. Backwards descending triangle, see? Which I've never played with that idea. It made me think about it now. Bearish ideas is that we have bearish divergence. Swinging up, this was swinging down. It played out already, technically. I mean, that was bearish divvy. Told you to short the market, right? That's why we opened up the insurance short with the stop loss up in here. Went down, stop loss to break even. That is now in profit. It's the 5th time an insurance short that I bring up on the live plays out, right? So look, this is it. I mean, there's really not much to talk about. Daily is the 22-hour is resetting, which is the best thing that could happen to us so far. The daily is spent. The 3-day is getting spent. Big time frames are telling us a pullback is coming. I don't mind a pullback. Long, you know, but again, resistance, bounce. We SR flipped 20,000. So far, 20K is okay. So only time will tell. What do I see happening for the rest of the day? I see sideways or downward action. Maybe we jettison back up to this 21,200 because of the gap in the VRVP, but it's highly unlikely at this point. We may have to reset and go sideways. So I see sideways action or a pullback. This rising wedge looks to break to the downside. The measured move, which would basically at least just give you a retest. So for whatever reason, I see lack of volume and sideways behavior. People are kind of iffy. No one wants to jump in yet. They're kind of waiting. They're in waiting. So you want to see if you get the short squeeze to the 200 SMA. This may happen in the next few minutes. To me, it's not probable enough to trade. I like probabilities that make sense. This doesn't make a lot of sense. All right. Order book is starting to get a little thicker. We got an order here now at 646 starting to build, but they're starting to build bigger orders now, 21,200. See, they're starting to build a few more orders up here, and they're starting to place a few more orders down here. It's kind of scary. It's like same thing. You can see we're kind of in the zone. We do have support here now, 20,006, and we got resistance at 20,009. We're kind of stuck between 20,006 and 20,900. I almost squared this away like this, and it's like we did break out of it. We got to stay out of this to maintain bullishness. So I'll be honest. I'm watching the market right now. I'm not taking a shot on it. Short still open. You know. Only thing is the short is still open from up here. There's really nothing else to talk about. If we can't get above here, you keep the short open. You get above this zone, you may think of taking some profits, right? You get above the point of control, probably time to close the short, right? So let's look at big picture for a second and just zoom out. I'm looking at VID on the 22-hour time frame, video coin, likely to push up to the 200 SMA. This thing acts like a magnet. We've seen it many times. Moving averages are tight. We push up to the 200 SMA. This is kind of a cup with a handle there. You see that? There's your cup. There's your handle. Kind of see a cup with a handle on the RSI. Let me show you something. Who's got their mind blown? Cup and handle on the RSI already breaking out. Kind of a sign that this will pump to the upside. It's a good sign. Cup and handle on the RSI. Cup and handle on price action. Price pumping up to the 200 SMA. Maybe it doesn't get to 70. Somewhere at 40 to 50% gains coming. Measured move is 75%. I'm watching video coin on my radar. All right. Tight moving averages. Oversold stochastic. Lack of bearish momentum. And a cup and handle on the RSI. So there's a reason why I'm looking at it. Dang, I did it again. You know what it is? I'm going to have to pull BOOKMAP in now. What I'm going to have to do is pull BOOKMAP here. So I never do it again. Because now I see it. See, the reason is I'm doing it because I have multiple monitors. And I decided to make a BOOKMAP cam to get my face out of the way to give you more BOOKMAP. But I'm just going to have to delete the camera and do BOOKMAP like this from now on. Because it will never happen this way. So I'm done using BOOKMAP cam. It's just not going to happen. I'm going to just pull BOOKMAP onto the screen. So there you go. I thought it would be easier for me. It created too many mistakes. I won't do it again. Done. Done. You can make mistakes, but you got to eventually stop making them, right? You got to figure out a way not to make them anymore. That's the definition of a winner and a loser. A loser just keeps making excuses. I bet I can't. A winner says, you know what? I'm going to figure out a way where that never happens again, and I'm going to get it done. And it's not going to happen again. Period. You know what I mean? Like you're at a company, something keeps happening. Bobby says that Mikey keeps using the milk. So you sit down, you sit there two people, and you're like, all right, I'm going to buy you a milk. I'm going to buy you a milk. You're going to be on the right. You're going to be on the left. We're going to put names on them. No one's going to touch each other's milks again. Done. We're not going to go through this again, Problem solver, right? I like Bitcoin, as you can tell. I want to see Bitcoin on a bigger scale here. AAVE did pump. Did the dip first, though. The dolphin dip. Kind of an inverted, kind of a Adam and Eve or double bottom of such, but whatever. Let's take a look at Bitcoin USD here on Coinbase. So look, that was a nice little flagito that broke to the downside. Now you could say we're in this flag, though. Little flag, huh? Interesting. I just saw this for the first time. Golden cross on the 22-hour. That's a good sign. This is the first time I'm seeing this. See, that's why I do this. That's the length of a line. You'd have to take the poll to the 21. See, I take the poll to the 21-day moving average. I've done this many times, and as absurd as it was, it's played out. Like, I know this is nuts. Like, I've looked at an altcoin, and it has this, like, tiny flag and this huge move. It says we go to 25K. All shorts get rocked. 22-hour takes over. We get a huge pump to the upside. See, if you don't trade the 22-hour, you may really not understand. Also, what I'm looking at here, that is a swing low to a swing low. That's a downtrend. And if I take this is an uptrend. I mean, that is technically hidden bullish divergence. It really is. It really is. And even if I went here like this, it's like class C hidden because they both point up, but this point up way harder. It's a bullish divergence no matter how you look at it. Now you're getting falling price with falling volume. It's a good sign. You want to see the sellers falling off. You want to see the 21 touch the 200, the 20. You want to see the price action touch the 21-day moving average. That's something that you're looking for. All right. I get rid of the moving averages for now. We know our next big place to go is 22.5. We can gap up pretty fast. And then it's really like, some chop in 25,000. Major areas. Maybe a little level at 24,380. All right. We got this beautiful support zone here and this beautiful support zone here at 19,100 now. We made through this gap in the VRVP, so now we have a new bottom, basically 19,100 so far. Pretty bullish to me that we're oversold on the 22 time frame. So I'm getting perspectives here. I'm just, you're watching me brainstorm. I would be doing this completely alone. This is what I would be doing. All right. I decided to share what I do alone with everybody. Kind of how the show started. One day I was just like, I do this alone every day anyway. I might as well just do it in front of everybody else. It's kind of how this all began. Let's pop out the chat. I haven't popped out the chat yet. I haven't even looked at the viewers or the likes. I'm just so busy doing what I got to do. Grinding, right? I don't have time. I don't have time to find out how many people are watching. I just got to get it in what I got to get in, right? Shout out to everybody here. 616 people, 236 likes. Unbelievable. Can I get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. Baby, let's go. Stay motivated every single day. If I'm not motivating you to become the best version of yourself, then what am I doing here every single day? You see me show up every single day, well-dressed, well-versed, ready to go, well-spoken, and usually I get a good night's sleep. Usually. 95% of the time, I get 6 to 8 hours of sleep. Last night, I got a little less. I was researching some things that had me up a little too late. Possible bearish retest of the point of control. We'll look at that later. That was something I was looking at on the 4-hour time frame. Okay? So it doesn't look pretty on the 4-hour at all. I'll tell you that. But I like what we're seeing here on the 22, and I like this flag so far. So good. We flip back on the moving averages, and usually by the time we touch the 21, we're good. And there's a golden cross coming. I mean, the 50's about to cross the 200. That is a bullish sign, everybody. It's a very bullish sign. All right? When's the last golden cross we had on the 22? Let's go find it and see if it gets us giddy. There was one. It was lackluster. So it could be like, I'm not saying it's amazing. Here's one right there. Huge move for Bitcoin. Huge move. Bitcoin goes from $40,000 all the way to $69,000. Basically almost doubles up. I mean, 39,000. Yeah, I mean, it basically doubles. No. Yeah, 29. No, yeah, 29,000. But it makes like 80% of itself, you know? So, and then here again, golden cross right there. Boom. It's a rare, you don't see it all the time. We got one there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. 5 times in about 3 years. 5 times in 3 years. And only one time was it lackluster, and it still made a good pump from 41K to 48,000. So it basically says every single time you get a golden cross, it's a buy. And you want to front run this idea. So personally, I may be buying like a whole Bitcoin around this area. I wish I should have bought even more at 16K. Everyone says that. But I see a big move coming based on this hidden bullish divergence in the 22. I'm coming out and saying something I don't see any other YouTubers saying. I see a big move coming for YouTube, for Bitcoin. I really do. This flag is very interesting to me. It could extend, touch the 21, and then we're gone. And that's just my trading style. This golden cross. How I've seen the 22 philander the daily and kind of make it bounce around. These are concepts that kind of only I use. They're very unique to me, right? Other people may use one piece of it or another piece, but this is like my strategy. This is what you learn if you jump into my trading group, all right? So I'm seeing something very interesting here. Now, we're going to watch our smaller time frames and watch them play out. You see? I'm able to keep this in my head while I'm able to keep this in my head. And that is not easy. That took me years to do, okay? And I'll get you there. But you got to have different perspective. You got to see the zoom out, and you got to be able to zoom into here and see what's actually going on the smaller time frames. You can't get here. Look, we can't get to 22,006 and we can't get to 25,000, right? If Bitcoin can't break back above this level here at 21,000, right? Like if we don't get above here, then we ain't getting to those other levels. So take deep breaths. One day at a time, stay in the present moment. The present will get you to the future, but you got to remain in the present to get the most out of the future. All right. Bitcoin Moon. You're funny, man. So that's it for today. I mean, I see sideways price action for Bitcoin. I don't see a lot of huge volatility coming in right now. I think people are a little in shock. Too many people looking at that high daily, and they're confusing some of the retail investors, you know. 1 hour got a nice pump there. That ain't bad. Could the 15-minute get this crazy move? Overbought on every time frame at resistance, so we shall see. You can almost say that this is flagging out now on the 10, though. Look at this. Now it's almost not a wedge. It's making a flag. See that? I'll show you the 10. I'll show you the weekly. I'll show you the monthly. I'll show you the 1 second all the way to the monthly. Absolute insanity. How did I become wealthy, or what did I do to make money trading BTC? I don't like to give away my special sauce a lot. I go to BTC, USD. That's the Coinbase chart we got going on. I'll go to the all-time history index here. All right. Showing signs of a green move there. Same kind of thing going on. Interesting enough. These crosses are very bullish. We get above the zone and we're gone. I mean, not that bad, not that hard. A lot has gone on, all right? And look, I mean, we get above this high volume node, which it looks like we may. The only next stop is 30,000. There's really no other place in the VRVP. Look at this gap. That's so beautiful. We'll have a little bit of trouble at the 23 and the 24,000 area. But we get above 24,000, we're gone. We're absolutely gone. I actually think about putting a limit order at like 24,000, like 3, because if we get to that, it's likely that you're jettisoning up to the $30,000 region. Pay attention to the bigger time frames. Have more than one perspective. Don't get caught up. All right? Pay attention. KAVA, USDT, God bless you. Shout out to Peter, IDR. Let's jump on into KAVA for you real quick. Remember, this is going to likely magnetize up to that 200 SMA. Very, very likely. Let's take a look at KAVA, USDT. Thank you for the super chat. God bless you for your love, your light, and your pursuit of happiness. So we called this short. That happened. We saw this isn't a flag. That happened. Right? People were asking me, what do they think? I was like, that looks like it's going to dump. So I called that short. You can see that. Last time I probably analyzed it. Well, we just got above the 200 SMA on the 22. Usually a big move is coming. You know, I'm just, I know I'm overbought on the stochastics. And it could be lackluster in the daily. But look, we should pump all the way up to here. Regardless, remember, Bitcoin did it. Bitcoin didn't care that it was overbought. It just kept up pumping to the SMA. And honestly, I tested this the last month. It didn't really matter what the oscillators were doing. Price action got to the 200 SMA. Like 9 out of 10 coins, it happened, right? Is it going to happen for sure? You never know. Let's take a look here. I mean, KAVA's in a beautiful flag. The moving averages are a little far apart. See the 100 and the 21 and the 200 starting to get a little far apart. Place what I would think of taking some profits. Also, you got a bearish divergence forming here. You got swing down on the RSI with a swing up in price action. You're at a point of control area here too, like a high volume node sticking out on the VRVP. All this kind of comes into play. However, lack of bearish momentum, oversold stochastic, 4 hours kind of in an indecision. If you decide to play this tiny little flag, it's high risk. It may pump. There's some odds against you that it won't. I'd wait for possibly the 4 hour to reset, come on down. Hopefully it stays in a flag, like so. Touches the 21. 21 will come, and then we'll get a huge pump to the upside. See now, look, I'm going to bring BOOKMAP in here. I get rid of the camera, and I show you BOOKMAP this way. It's gonna be how it has to be from now on, because now BOOKMAP's really in front of me, and so there's no way I could forget it, because I can't get to this. I can't get to the charts without moving BOOKMAP. So it will never happen again. I greatly apologize. I'm human, and I make mistakes. All right. Still suggesting this 21,200 layer area, but only time will tell. So I would wait for KAVA to touch the 21-day moving average on the 4 hour before I thought of anything. But it has been bullish. I mean, look at that big move. If you don't have BOOKMAP, search the links below. Liver has the best discount on YouTube. You are not human. Type Crypto. Oops, sorry for the double message. Okay. You're a machine. Shout out to Type Crow, man. I love you, man. Why didn't you eat that? For the rest of my life, I'm going to think about the fact that you didn't eat that waffle, man. You know that, right? Like, why didn't you eat the waffle? Why? I'm just joking. But dude, like, it's a good waffle, man. Shout out to the 1377 on the live. 647 people, 295 likes. May I get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. Tower was looking somewhat crispy here. Let's take a look at Tower touching the 200 SMA in a falling wedge. Bit of a cup and handle here. See that? Low cap gem on KuCoin. We've traded many times. Oversold in the 4 hour time frame. Tight moving averages touching the 200 SMA. If we can stay above the 200 SMA, that thing has a chance to blast and this point of control. It's hugging right now, oversold. MACD wanting to turn, falling volume with falling price. Tower, bit of a cup and handle, could make some gains here. High risk, high reward for Tower. 25%. I like what I'm seeing on the 4. I like what I'm seeing on the 1. I don't like what I'm seeing on the 15. 15 needs to come down. 15 may drop a little more or even go more sideways till it resets. I'll put an alert here just to keep me kind of thinking about Tower on the radar. Lord, I thank you for this wonderful gift. I'm going to give my T's after this trade. I don't know what that means. What kind of superhero doesn't eat waffles, right? Chris Getting is training me to look at muscular superhero. Chris Getting is training me to look like a muscular superhero. That's funny. Lifer felt mad disrespectful over that waffle, friend. You're funny, man. I'll have a waffle next time. I'm on a diet. I'm just messing with you. Manifest the positive, ignore the negative. Thank you for all you do, man. Manifest the positive and ignore the negative. Not concerned about rejection of the S&P. We already went over that multiple times. We spent the whole morning on it. Why don't you go back and check it out? We told you this trend line is the most important. I am concerned about the S&P rejection. I went over it this morning with my trading group and I talked about it. We break this trend line, then it's really happening. We hold this trend line, we can make a symmetrical triangle and still break to the upside. So you got to look at the probabilities. You can't be open-minded and then not be open-minded. Like you can't, yes, that hit the trend line. It's not the best sign. Kind of a double top too as well. Kind of an Adam and Eve double top. Because you got your Adam. Cool thing about the rounded top, if you go left, it rounds left. See that? If you go right, it rounds bottom. If you go right, it rounds like this. But if you go left, it rounds like that. Pretty cool. Oh, you didn't know, but now you do. So you just go left and you can make a top dome. And that could be the Eve. See? Adam and Eve, or Eve and Adam. You know, it's inversely flipped both ways. That way and upside down. I was Roger Sanderson. Now I'm PMG George Lifer Banterson. I am George. We are all lifers, baby. You're funny. We like to make money and we have fun, my man. When you read the lifers testimonials, you'll know you're in the right place. So many testimonials coming in. SPY calls looking juicy here in a second. Got my target set for the calls. Okay. Optimism. No, opacity. It's funny. That thing likes to moon. Whenever I think of opacity, I think of Portnoy. I swear he pumped that thing 2 summers ago. He was playing that thing on and off. A-Coin. BNC has been hot. This bit frost, right? Thing just continues to pump. Like it doesn't matter. It's on a tear of tears. I didn't touch this thing. It was up too fast when I figured out what it was, and by the next thing you know, it was gone. But I guess could have put it in this pennant. Broke to the upside, bounced off the 21. Moving average is getting far apart, but it did get off that. Look, high volume node. You're going to the the value area high. Sorry. Value area high. Always gets me confused when I go to say it. Engine coin got a little bit of a pump out of this flag. Then came down, then pumped again. Kind of like crazy. SWP. I'm watching this really quick, and I'll show you why. It's super low, but it's got a bit of a cup and handle here. It just broke back above the 200 SMA on the 1 hour time frame. Holding the point of control. Really, it's like it can't go much lower. This is a coin. Oh, this is KAVA swap. I thought it was SXP. It's SWP swap. Sorry. I got it confused with SXP, which was the swap card for Binance. Binance. I said Binance like a computer. I am not a computer. The universe is made of 1,000 different particles moving at the speed of light. I'll do my, you wanted me to do my Stephen Hawking impression? Everything is moving at a vast rate, expanding at the speed of light. The universe is consistently moving into another form of dimension, finding light and space through time. The trajectory of the Earth is, the circumference of the Earth is 29,336 miles. So look, you're going to watch flags. I'm a flag guy. 1 hour time frame, just needs to flag out. If it can stay in a flag and touch the 21, it can continue. This is simple stuff. This is what happens. I've backtested this on every single market throughout the world. This is what happens. So I front run my trades before they even happen with alerts on the stochastics RSI and on the chart. You can learn this too through my alert system. Use the alert system. Never stare at a trade again. Understand what's happening. Take the class every single Tuesday to begin to learn how to even begin to learn. Begin to learn how to begin to learn. That's how it all starts. DIVI. Shout out to Laura Marshall with DIVI. DIVI on KuCoin. Let's take a look at this DIVI. Let's see what Marshall is cooking up. All right. I saw it in this tighter channel, fell to the downside. I think I was just playing with it. Look, I had a shoulder, head, and shoulder that really didn't play out, which is kind of sad. I like that pattern. First thing we're going to do is look at it on the daily time frame. Okay? And you want to kind of zoom out and see it in all its entirety. What day did it come out? Friday, Wednesday, all right? And, you know, lately, just because there's a lot more new coins coming out that I'm paying attention to. Also, Rocket Pool. I put Rocket Pool on your radar. You might want to write that down. I think that's going to do some big damage when people start staking ETH. Rocket Pool will get a big advantage from that. I just wanted to look at DIVI. I don't know what it is. DIVI. Let's look at the website, diviproject.org. Crypto made easy. Our mission is to accelerate the adoption of digital currencies. So isn't that everybody's mission? Building the financial solutions of the future for everyone. We make crypto easy. I mean, that's such an easy, broad statement. I'm already kind of like, I don't know what they do. I don't know what they are. I don't know what makes them unique. You know? Your complete financial ecosystem. They all say that. We're consolidating financial services. They all say that. Frictionless back, one only project. We're uniquely positioned to make this a reality. Industry-leading user experience. Okay, that could be different. So far, I'm not really getting CNBC. I get it. CNBC will put anyone on their freaking show, for crying out loud. Divi Wallet, your money your way. Download the Divi Wallet. Digital wallet earned with Divi personal finance and account coming soon. Divi debit card. Swap. Okay, they're planning a lot. We'd have to read that white paper. I want to see like what lottery block, security by design, vaulting, scalability. Within several years of billions of people, businesses, and devices will be using cryptocurrency for transactions, which creates a scaling problem. Our blockchain is already running 10 times faster than Bitcoin, but that's not nearly enough. The Divi ecosystem will eventually include its own Lightning Network technology so that millions of near-instant microtransactions. Come on, man. I want to hear about like Byzantine fault tolerance, like Atom. I want to hear that you have your own proprietary, moving like Algo or Phantom. I don't know. All right. Let me get back into the charts. But that's kind of how I do my due diligence. Then I want to look at the market cap, $440 million. Very small, could easily 10x to 440, right? If you want to 10 to 100x, you got to understand market caps. If you don't, we'll teach you. KuCoin, AscendX, BitTrue, and StakeCube. Never heard of StakeCube, but there's our baby KuCoin. And look, the most volume is on KuCoin, all right? Not a lot of depth, though. 88,000 in volume, I'd be careful on that, all right? Very low liquidity on that coin, so. It's at the bottom of its dumps. If you believe in it, it may make a huge move, But you got to believe in the project. Look at the daily beat to the ground a little bit. 22-hour wants to show signs of life. And again, I've been backtesting the idea. I feel confident trading the 22-hour against the daily. I've done it many times. It doesn't mean it's always going to play out. I'm ready for the loss. Every time I trade, I'm ready for the loss. It's okay. You have to live in risk and be okay with the risk that you live in as a trader. See, entrepreneurs and doctors and lawyers and stuff, they're usually bad traders because the things that they learn to become successful at that profession, they have to kind of unlearn to be a successful trader. For instance, you avoid risk when you're doing things like a lawyer. Like if you see something that's very risky, you try to make your business not risky. But in trading, your business, you basically have to accept risk every single day. You have to live inside a risk. You have to know that there's risk in every single trade you open could lose. That's a fact. Every single trade you open could lose, but you have to believe that every trade you open won't. All right? Divi does look like a big move is coming here. Look at the aggressive bending on the stochastics. I like that. That looks like it's going to explode. Falling volume with falling price, holding the point of control, staying inside of this with tight moving averages. You might be onto something here, Laura. Very small volume, though. Very little liquidity. Thing could move on a sneeze. All right? Thank you, Laura. And this is what happens is I educate people. More and more take the class. Then they look at the charts together. Then we have 800 people that are educated looking at the charts. Not just people that are trying to learn or aiming to learn. I don't like the word try. Stay away from it as much as possible. Super chats, Anchor, West, Navi, Floki, and Gem. Crazy, I don't see the super chats anymore. I used to see them come in. Floki and Ape, USDT, please. You can't double up. You can't double up. No two coins on one super chat. No 2 coins on 1 super chat. All right. Thank you, Laura, for DIVI. I grabbed a big bag of CTI yesterday on the fast dump. Wow, what a treat today. Look at my man. Let's look at CTI. Clintex. Oof. You did yourself a nice favor to the upside. I mean, you had balls of steel getting that 35% gains, though. Clintex making a move. I had it in that flag. It didn't play out, right? I was just trying to scalp on the smaller time frame. I mean, it dipped down to the 0.5 and then flew. Overbought on the 1 hour. 22 is just kind of, wow. That's very interesting. See the 22 pushing down while the momentum went up. 4 hour looks like it's just getting started for a massive move. I don't really need the fib here. So look, I can see the target for me would be there, right? That's my target. I never chase, so I'd go to the 7. I'd be drawing flags in the 7. If this flag hits the 21, I would consider entering the bottom of the flag, right? And this thing would continue, and that would be how I would kind of jump on into a trade that was already moving. So I don't jump into green candles. I see a green candle that could pump, and I find a smaller flag in a smaller time frame. This looks like it could continue to the upside. I'm not going to post it to the trading group because this is the best way to understand it, the video that I just posted. If we could clip this piece out, Sean. Could you clip this out, Sean, and then post it to the trading group? Also, Sean, I'd like to give you access to the lifer charts and video updates. My main, I'll talk to Jamie about that. You only post every once in a while when I ask, but it could help. Like right now, you could clip this out and give it to the group because someone who's not here on the live, that's basically my special sauce. Like, I think that would help them out. And if they didn't even trade it, they just watched it and see it play out to fruition, that could be a really good thing for everybody to see. So, all right, let's get into the next super chat. FLOKI. It's been a while since someone asked about FLOKI Inu, man. It's on Max Global though. Wow, Max Global has a lot of tiny coins that I used to find only on Binance Smart Chain. Thank you for the super chat. May God bless you and yours. Now, is the alert not coming across the screen recently? What's going on there? Maybe. Let me see. I didn't see the balls. Are the balls hitting the jar right now? Something happening, right? Dr. Death. Ooh, God. Yikes. Yeah, huge news today. Bank of America customers report disappeared money from accounts after Zelle issue. Dude, this is a huge advertisement for Bitcoin. Come on now. Dude, you know, I shared what happened to me recently, which I will make a documentary about it. FLOKI then, please. Okay, I got you. I'll probably do both because I love you. Bank of America customers, it's up social media on Wednesday with complaints that Zelle transactions weren't being processed and money was missing from their accounts. I almost lost my mind. I saw $2,000 was missing from my account, one customer posted on Twitter. Another customer tweeted that the Bank of America magically disappeared a large Zelle transaction that had already posted. There's a Bank of America issue where Zelle transfers after 1/9 aren't being reflected in the balances of your bank account. I almost lost my mind when I saw $2,000 was missing from my account. Not accepting calls because of extenuating circumstances is insane. Call me. Wow. So cool how Bank of America magically disappeared a large Zelle transaction that had already posted and I had used to pay bills. Now I'm extremely in debt in my checking and I can't get a hold of them. Unbelievable. Bank of America acknowledged that there was a problem with processing Zelle transactions, but said it was resolved later on Wednesday. We did have an issue when there was a delay in posting Zelle transactions. It was resolved earlier today so that all transactions are showing in people's accounts. Bill Haddon spoke, Bank of America. What was it though? Zelle, a peer-to-peer payment processor that is available through more than 1,700 financial institutions, said the issue was not the result of any issues with the Zelle network. We understand that the Zelle network financial institution may have experienced issues. Yeah, because Zelle was working fine for Chase and all the other banks. Elizabeth Warren, a member of the State Committee on Banking, Housing, and Urban Affairs, criticized Bank of America and Zelle on Wednesday, saying that they are apparently failing customers again. This should be fixed immediately, and customers should be compensated, Warren tweeted. I've called out serious fraud issues on Zelle, and this is their latest failure. Zelle says it wasn't them, though. It says it's BOA. Interesting. Who does she work for? I'd like to set up a meeting with her one day. I think she'd be willing. Maybe I could coax her into believing with my beautiful blonde hair and my eyes and my nice little Massachusetts. I could be like, listen, Elizabeth, Crypto is good. It's for the good people. It's not for the bad people. It's actually easy to track people that use cryptocurrency for mal purposes, right? So you can see here, we lost that big order up here that kind of disappeared, got melded back down. Oh, no, there they are. Okay. 21,200, still kind of holding strong with more orders. We're kind of balanced, though, right now. More likelihood to touch this area. It's the closest fruit. So the animal likes to eat the fruit that's closest to it. There's just more fruit up here. All right. And look, we're not going to have that issue ever again. But that's another reason why having your own Trezor wallet, link in the description below. Please get a Trezor today. I've had Trezor for 5 years. I've been using them for a long time. I absolutely love Trezor. Absolutely amazing. And look at the 777s every time. I got to show it to you guys because you guys won't believe me. 777s every single day. It's all the time. And you say, no, he's making it up. He wants to see the number. No, the number is coming at me all the time. That's 777s yet again. Why? You tell me. I don't know. And it happens every day lately. Every day. That's the first time today. It already happened. So we can check today off. You tell me what's going on with the 777s. I don't know. I'm just pointing it out. If anyone watches my channel, they see it all the time now. It's happening every day. All right, DXY, let's break it down. I saw this as a shoulder, a possible head, and a right shoulder. Could even be a complex head and shoulder. Shoulder, head, head, head. Oh, look at this. I just actually came. Oh, this is the first time I saw this. That's why I love doing my live with each and every one of you. 2 hours a day. So we don't play. I mean, possibly a complex inverted head, a complex head and shoulder. That could break us to the downside. Measured move would be the neckline to the head here. From about this neckline, something like that. Could take us back down to 126. So I don't know if you've seen that on any other channel. I haven't. Just wanted to point it out. I do see the reversal diamond, just like Bitcoin's in the reversal diamond to the downside. This is the only thing that kind of has me a little weary. You know, and it's forming and shaping very similar to the diamond, the way the diamond does its thing. So very, very interesting with the diamond here. All right. See, this falling wedge was supposed to break to the upside. The 1 hour was low this morning. I like this. It wicked and it couldn't get above this resistance. We can actually bring this lower. We now have resistance for the dollar at 102.40, 102.50. Beautiful. I want to see the dollar roll over today. This would help Bitcoin's cause. Come up and roll over, baby. Only thing is the dollar and Bitcoin are both oversold kind of down here. I'd like to see this roll over with the 1 hour, not get above the resistance. Dollar looking absolutely disgusting. Look at this thing. I mean, and I showed you the bigger channel for the dollar. I called the top on the dollar. If you watch my channel, I bought a whole Bitcoin at 19,200. I did it in front of everybody. I'm in the money right now. Took a while. I was in the money big time, came back down. I'm in the money again, right? So, and when I'm going to show that buy when it's 70,000 and show you how I made 50K in about a year and a half off of the Bitcoin. I mean, that's someone's yearly salary. A lot of people make 100. A lot of successful people make 100 to 150 grand a year, right? Traders, man, we make $1 million a year easy, baby. Easy, especially in a bull market. $2, $3, $4, $5 million a year. We don't got to worry about 100 grand. People walking around all proud about 100 grand. Come on, man. We out trade that. And I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just trying to show you the trader life, man. We play with money every single day here, right? I've taken the biggest risks that most people will never take. The bigger the risk, the bigger the reward. Also, the bigger the failure. I get it. But, man, I'm a risk taker. I'm going to keep taking those risks. I'm going to keep getting rewarded. Fortune favors the brave, baby. Fortune favors the brave. Fortune favors the brave. It's the only tattoo I would ever consider getting put on my body. Fortune favors the brave in Latin. Have it written in Latin. It's like Iudat Fortuna. I took Latin for 6 years at Boston Latin, oldest high school in the country. 1635 it was founded. A preparatory school for Harvard. Really, really good education. Hard, 5 hours of homework a night, no joke. So I'm showing you the dollar index in depth. I'm showing you what I'm seeing here. We're getting the rejection of the zone. I want to see the 1 hour roll over. It's a good sign that Bitcoin actually will go sideways or not go down anymore for today. I mean, it looks like we're getting rejected by the dollar here. This is a really good sign. Dollar is lacking the volume to get it to push up. And I showed you the complex head and shoulder inside the diamond. It is a reversal diamond. We could reverse back to the upside. Diamonds are very, very reliable of reversals. And it is a reversal diamond in my humble opinion. But we'll take it one day at a time. That's all we can do. You know, I don't know where Bitcoin's going to go. I don't know where the dollar's going to go. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. All I can do is play the probabilities that the charts give me. I don't know where price is going. I don't think, I don't feel, I don't want, I don't believe. I scan through the markets today, and I see little, I watch different traders online, and I see this young guy, and he's like, I think what's going to happen today on the market. And I just don't use that word, I think, man. To me, it's a dangerous word when trading. I think. So what do I think? I think a lot of things. What do the charts convey? For instance, I think the dollar is going to go all the way up to here, but the 1 hour is overbought, and it's getting rejected by this. So it doesn't matter what I think. It matters what the charts tell me. What do the charts convey? Keep repeating to that to yourself. What do the charts convey? Do I dabble on BOOKMAP Cam one more time? BOOKMAP Cam. It does want to get to that 21,200 level. You see how it's getting up there. We get some long liquidations here. We haven't got the short liquidations yet. I feel a short liquidation about to happen here. There it is. Boom, boom. I call that one. I called it before it happened. See that? I see another one about to happen. Looks like we're about to go to 21K or maybe touch it on a wick. All right. Let's look at, let's go back to FLOKI. I don't think we finished FLOKI for my man. All right. We still got to do the total market cap. We have a lot to go over. We're not done yet, everybody. This is due diligence. This isn't easy. I finished my live stream. I feel like I worked hard. Like, it's no joke. No joke. This isn't fluff. This isn't peanut butter and fluff. This is freaking steak and cheese, baby. All right? This is bacon on the beach. You know how we do it. I don't even eat pork. I eat beef bacon. I did it again, though. Look, I did it again. See? I got to watch it. I got to watch it. I'm so quick to get back into the chart and leave away the bookmap sign. So FLOKI, tight moving averages. Yes, the 200 isn't in there, but it basically can't. It hasn't been created yet. All right. This just came out on Mex Global, but this has been on a long time. All right. Let me show you how to look at a decentralized coin that you may not know about. I'm going to teach you something right now. FLOKI. All right. So you go look at FLOKI. What you're going to want to do is you're going to find the contract address. The more it has, the better. It has an Ethereum and a Binance. I like the Binance contract address. I'm always going to be more partial to the Binance. Why? Because the fees will be cheaper buying the coin. You'll acquire the coin for the same price, right? And look, there you go. Bookmap getting the push up. I see us getting to this 21,000 level here. It was closer than before, and you can see the orders starting to fill. This is how Bookmap really can tell me where price is going to go. Really good for leverage scalpers. Like if you're trading 5 to 10x leverage, even though I don't do it, it is basically what you want to be using. Look, I told you the short squeeze. I said I feel a short squeeze. That appeared a second after I said it. Another short squeeze right there. Very small, 900 with 3 accounts. Very, very small short squeeze. But it does want to get to that 21,200 order. It's attempting to fill that order, and it has to squeeze through the shorts to get there. Sam, turn off Bookmap. Thank you. I'm going to have to say that out loud. So look, you get the contract address. All right. You can get it here if you want, just to be careful. You can actually watch it. You can see all the people buying it. People were buying it 30 seconds ago, right? And you can see how much they're buying of it, and you can watch the back end of the blockchain. This is called BS Scan, all right? I'll teach you BS Scan. I'll teach you Ether Scan. I'll teach you Phantom Scan. I'll teach you how to scan transactions. I'll teach you how to stop a nonce transaction that gets blocked. I could do so much for you when it comes to MetaMask. I'm a MetaMask whiz, all right? Anyway, I should still teach that class on MetaMask. I stopped, but when DeFi pumps back up, I will be teaching the class on MetaMask yet again. Anyone wants a class on MetaMask, let me know. If the demand rises, I will put the class out yet again. $125. I raised the ante for it because it teaches you DeFi, so much more information in there. It's an in-depth class, and it's valuable info you could use for the rest of your life to flip passive income if you use it correctly. Okay? If you use it correctly. So you copy the contract address by hitting here. All right? You go to DEX Screener. All right, DEX Screener. All right, DEX Screener is going to be your decentralized place. You're going to go here to search. You're going to paste in that contract address. You're not looking for coins anymore like on TradingView. You're pasting contract addresses in. And you're going to look for the wrapped BNB for FLOKI. All right, there's going to be a bunch of different choices. You might want to find USDT for FLOKI. That might work there too. But there you go. You get the wrapped BNB for FLOKI. And this is what people are transacting in mainly, right? And you want to take a look at what's happening in the last 50 minutes. The thing has been pumping. So we take a look here, and it's up 49%, right? It made a little bit of a flag here. Then I build like, a little quick suite. I just type in RSI. I slap in the RSI and the Stokes. It's really all I need. If I want, I can slap on the MAC, right? And there I have basically my trading setup here. And I can add moving averages if I want to. You can go here. I wonder if they have 5 MA. They probably have just MA, right? And so you can add an MA, and then you can add another MA. You add 2 MAs, all right? And then right here, you just hit the setting. Turn 1 MA to a 21, all right? And then turn 1 MA to a 200, right? All right? And this is how I build like a quick suite. And now I got my 200 right here, and I got my 21. And actually, I'll change the colors too, because you got to see what's going down. My 21 I like to call white, you know that. And my 200 I like to color yellow, right? And that's how I could trade on the fly for free anywhere. Like, I don't really need TradingView, right? Once you got the skills, you can do whatever you want, whenever you want. So look, now let's take a look at it on the 1 hour time frame. Looks like it's resetting a little bit, had a wacky pattern. Look at that, fell in, fell back out, but still staying in this channel. Pretty nuts. And the only thing is, when I make it big, sometimes I can't like utilize the the tools, but let's see. MACD wants to make a turn, so we want to wait for the stochastics to reset. But they could have some momentum left in them. I mean, we are just crossing the dotted line. I've seen a big pump come. But I mean, this thing is getting, I mean, the time was here. Selling off is there, right? I mean, you're at a heavy resistance now. Let's go to the daily. FLOKI. I mean, this coin's been around a long time. Something happened there. Look, the daily didn't want to. There we go. I see what happened here, too. I mean, you broke out of this, right? You get above this resistance, so I'd look for it to break above here. Retest, and then that would be a smooth swing trade there. Now, if you believe in it long term, you believe in it long term. But that's a smooth 50%. You wait for it to come out, bounce, boom. Stochastics low. It's got to get above this resistance, though, at 12.19 to remain bullish. Let's take a look at NAVI. So I'm looking at it here on Mex Global. The same idea here, right? Do your retest, but you're in a pretty nice flag here. Could make a flag outside of the pattern and then continue. FLOKI Inu. May have been, that looks like a beautiful bottom buy there at 516. It already doubled, right? I mean, no, it was at 6,000. Yeah, I mean, it already doubled up from the lows. 74, yeah, went to a high of 95 on that one move there. FLOKI Inu. There's money to be made on these little coins. You just got to find it. You got to stick to it. Shorts getting squeezed again here. 14,000. Not too bad, though, going flat. Seems like we're getting rejected at 20,009. All right. NAVI, somebody asked about. NAVI, let me jump back into the chat. How's the chat doing? How y'all doing today? I don't think I addressed my mod. Shout out to the moderators, CNC Ireland, Lakochi Coker, Love Learning, Laura Marshall. She's a mod by, Crypto Cash, Love Learning. 2 West. She wants West. Okay, I didn't see that one. Shout out to the 333s, though. Anchor and West. Thank you so much, Laura. And DIVI. I didn't see those before for some reason. Thank you. If you have any questions about your 99 membership course registration or would like to pay with crypto, please email cryptolifers@gmail.com. We have a team standing by, waiting to help you. Okay? How are you, Lifer? Thank you. I had a bag of FLOKI for a year now. Stock market down big time and Bitcoin going up. Hey. I mean, I don't know if it's going up. It's pretty flat right now, right? But remember, we bottomed. We have a bottom. We have a halving. The S&P does not have a halving. We'll correlate up until a point. I just want to make that very clear. Wow. We have a lot of super chats. $51 in chat revenue. We have Anchor. We have West. We have NAVI. We have GEM. We have AGIX. How do PPI numbers and low earnings affect stock market in DXY? I mean, when the PPI numbers are when consumers are paying more for things, inflation is rising, right? And if inflation is rising, then the Fed is going to raise the interest rate. If they raise the interest rate, less money is out there for the public. All right? It hurts the real estate market. It hurts the stock market because if less people can borrow or access money, then less people are going to make money. If less people make money, less people are going to buy a stock, right? So it's all correlated there. So you want the PPI and the CPI numbers to show that people are paying less for things, lowering inflation, lowering the interest rate, making us able to breathe, adding more money and creating more liquidity into the trade, into the stock market, and into all general businesses. I can post the CTA now in the chart and video updates. Thank you. Post it away, my man. Got a bag of this coin, Lifer Lambda token. Decentralized storage solution. Down 90. Yo, I remember Lambda. Holding X payment and some Shiba NFT on XRPL. Okay. The Lifer TA gives my true being as person comes out. The greatness can be achieved. We, the crypto community, Loon carry, love and respect you. Luna C Army loves and respect you. God bless you, man. Shout out to PS5 Gaming. After your Lifer Trading Vision course, Lifer loves to help. Yeah, jump on into the trading group. Honestly, we are coming a little uncorrelated with the NASDAQ now. A little heavier moves up for crypto, but momentum is looking the same. Yeah, I mean, the S&P went down harder than Bitcoin did. That's a fact. Chia Coin did that too. Remember Chia? You guys got me thinking about Chia Coin. So funny. Chia. You guys are bugging me out. All right, so we want FLOKI to reset on the daily, but it looks like it could continue. I like what I'm seeing. It just has to make a higher high. There's your high, there's your low, there's your high. Make a higher low. That'd be a great place for an entry. It's on 3 higher lows in a row. That would be the 4th higher low above a point of control. Not too shabby, baby. I got Jordan Cameron to say that. The other day I was watching his channel, and he was like, not too shabby. I mean, a lot of people say it, but I say it overboard. So if you watch my channel, I think some of my language will get stuck in your head. All right? And I don't really watch anyone else, so my knowledge is just my own thing. I've been in my own zone. Let's take a look at Anchor USDT. My strength is in my independence. I'm telling you right now, my strength is in my ability to be alone. I could be alone for the rest of my life. I could live in the woods alone for the rest of my life. I really could. I'd miss people, but I'd be okay. I'd have God by my side. I have the animals in the wilderness. I would be okay. Anchor looking beautiful on the 4-hour for a big pump. It's got some hidden bullish divergence. Swing up to swing up, swing down to swing down. I only trade hidden bullish. That's like I trade hidden bullish religiously. Why? When I first learned divergences, I couldn't understand the other ones. Everyone thinks I was amazing at this. I wasn't that good at divergences. It took me a long time to understand my divergences. It wasn't easy. And hidden bullish was the one that I could see the best. So for literally 2 years straight, I only traded hidden bullish. I was into trading. I was like, I'm only trading hidden bullish. So, I mean, you got a cup and handle here on Anchor. Also, things to be kind of, Solana's coming back around. You got Mira coming back around. The whole market, it's weird. With the ecosystem, Luna C, everything seems to be kind of creeping back up. That's a cup and handle on the 4-hour time frame. It looks really good with hidden bullish divergence. You can add settings here, and you can label your settings. Really cool, hidden bullish div. Shout out to Rainier who taught me that. My students teach me so much. I love you, Rainier, man. Thank you for everything you've given me in my life. I appreciate you more than you would ever know, man. Someone clip this out and send it to Rainier, man, if you can. Love that dude with all my heart, man. He's a soldier in battle. And look, I mean, same thing going on. You got the daily beat. But again, I've seen the 22-hour. I'm going to show you the anomaly when it happened. I'm going to actually go and find it because I want you to learn this and I want you to understand it. 8-hour looks absolutely beautiful for a move. Look at that. 8 hours about to get a golden cross. You're above the point of control. You're going to get to this high volume node and then probably get to the value area high. Anchor protocol looking absolutely beautiful on the 8-hour and the 4-hour time frame. I wouldn't be surprised if this didn't pump. I really would. Is she okay? What's going on? What's up? This is a cup and handle. And I'd love to put the green checklist on it for you, but I just got to keep it moving. But this thing looks good. I'd keep it on the radar for sure. 52.77% gains. See that? On the 77. Rainier's top rank. He's busy. Yeah, I know. I keep him in a basement, and he has to find 10 divergences a day. If he doesn't, he gets no bread. I'm like, where? Nope. You didn't find enough divergences. Go back down into the... Man, my team is the hardest working team in the world, man. I know they are. Let's take a look at West. Isn't West Waves Enterprises? Am I wrong? Yeah, look, I remember everything. So nuts. It's kind of a chore to remember everything, but... So remember, don't play me. I'll remember every single thing you ever did to me for the rest of my life. Every moment in time that you ever spent with me, I remember everything. Photographic pattern recognition brain. Holds on to as much information as it possibly can. Okay? Okay. I mean, it's getting tight. 8 hour looks good to me. Forming the bowl. It may make one more kind of flag here. It's above the point of control, though. I see what you're seeing. Very low liquidity on this puppy, right? Let's look at West. And what the hell is this thing? I haven't I keep seeing waves. Is it associated with waves? I wanted to find out what the heck it was. Enterprise-grade hybrid blockchain platform. A combination of private and public networks ensures high throughput, scalability, and reliability of solutions, as well as data immutability and confidentiality. Waves Enterprises provides consulting, deployment, and support services. Advantages, reliability, use cases, employee motivation program, Digital Lawyer of the Year awards, cash pooling. WeVote was used to choose Best Teacher of the Digital Right at the Digital Lawyer of the Year awards. Waves Enterprises in 2022 year review. Interesting. Tiny project. I don't know much about it. They've been on my radar. I mean, 900,000 market cap. I really want to trade something with at least $3 million. Like, that to me is a little low, you know? Like, I may not be able to get in and out of that trade. It's going to be tough to get in and out of that trade with like $5 grand. You know what I mean? So, but I mean, if you believe in it, it could pop. And if you're using anywhere, if you're a new trader, this is how, and if you're a new trader with not a lot of money, that's why I teach beginners, you got to trade low cap gems. You got to be able to turn 100 into 200. This is how you can do it. I mean, again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice, but this is how you do it. All right. And there it is working. There's the alert. I see it. I must have just been so focused that I couldn't see or hear the alert. Oh, look at the balls. Oh, one fell out. One fell out. It fell over there. No, it fell over there. I got it. Oh. Almost freaking broke. Jeez Louise. And there it is. There it is. Look, one of the balls dropped. I got two. Let's see if you drop another one today. I'll show you the second one. Unbelievable. Shout out to Texas, too, for making me my Vortex orbs, man. He makes these and sends them to lifers if you want one. Texas Tubes. I'll show it at the end if you want, in depth. Like, I'll zoom in, and that'll be the last thing we look at. Bookmap showing flatness. Bookmap showing absolute flatness. 21,200 sitting there, 20,900 holding. I'm telling you, the dollar's dumping. Doesn't look like we're going to get, that's a really good sign for Bitcoin that the dollar's hitting resistance. It really is. Waves Enterprises go up 56%. Does look like it could happen on the 8-hour and the 4-hour time frame, both looking pretty crispy. All right. 1 hour needs to reset, but it's holding the zone. Seems to want to move. Very sketchy, very low liquidity. I'd be a little careful on it. Okay. Yep. 50x longs printing could kick the flag up. Rainier. Yeah. I got wrecked yesterday from over trading the revenge trading, but live to trade another day. I never lose. I either win or learn. Thank you, Lifer, for your guidance. Love you, Lifer. There's no failure, only feedback. Shout out to Jason Riggs. And I always said, too, do not overtrade, man. I can't tell people what to do, but if you look at the first thing I said this morning to my trading group is do not force trades because you cannot control your emotions. Be a rock. There will be hundreds of trades coming our way. The key is to have capital when the best opportunities arise. Preserve capital at all costs. I trade heavy when the market has better probabilities. Like right now, like the other day, we had the beautiful flag and a measured move, and everything was kind of moving. Right now, Bitcoin's kind of in a sketchy position. You know, you don't have to force anything. And if it goes up or down, you don't have to beat yourself up about it. That's amazing, Jesse Ray. You had better load up the boys' portfolio. Might make you a milli before the end of the year. Funny. I do. He just loved watching me trade. And all of a sudden, he's like, Dad, can I try? I'm like, yeah, you can. But you got to watch Casper with me and learn what's up first. Pulls a fib like a champ. You're funny. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Amen. Lith is the gas again. Crossed Euler. Interesting. Is KuCoin your favorite exchange? Yes, it is. I've been on it since 2017. Super chats, NAVI, GEM, AGIX, GALA, Lever, and ALBT. And let's take a look at the total market cap before we jump on into the rest of those super chats. Thank you for the super chats, by the way. You're a blast. $63.30 in chat revenue. All right. 645 people on the live. Unbelievable. Thank you for the love, each and every one of you. Where did the 1,000 people go we had yesterday, though? How come yesterday? You know what it was? Is that an enforcement act. So YouTube made it so more people could watch more YouTubers. Isn't that weird? That's what we put together. The enforcement act came out and every YouTuber had more views right at the time that the act came out. It was almost like they wanted YouTubers to cover the thing, and they let the whole. So, you tell me, but how come every single YouTuber had more views yesterday, from Ben to me to Casper, and it was the same day that they came? Whatever. Maybe I'm just no such thing as a coincidence, right? But who knows? I scalped shorts while my longs sat in the negative today. I will add to those longs and profit. Shout out to Lifer Friend, man. The best lessons cost the most or hurt the most. I've always learned more from those. Yeah, when you're uncomfortable, that's what happens. More people came to YouTube looking for the information. YouTube, easiest place to get the news. That's why. So they all ran. They were like, what's happening? And they wanted to find out what was going on. But the news did propel that. You can see how the news. So all that news helps my business, man. Anytime they scramble the brain, people run to YouTube. So total market cap still sitting in this flag. It didn't break the flag. And the 200-day moving average is there on the 1 hour, which is a good sign if we can stay above it. Not that bad. 1 hour needs to reset. But again, we have hidden bullish divergence, man. I'm telling you, like, hidden bullish divergence is my favorite thing. What's up with this green box? What am I talking about? Well, everyone was saying we're going to 8K, we're going to go back down. And I'm like, okay, maybe we do. I'm open-minded. But we can't go to 8K unless we break the 200 SMA on the daily right here. And we can't go to 8K unless we break back inside this falling wedge. So we have the yellow line and the white line. And so I have this box because I'm saying if we end up in this box, and I actually had like another circle in the box, but like if we end up in here, it's no good. We don't want to end up in there. We end up in here. If we even just break back in here, if we break below, if we get a daily close below the 200, I'm going to short back down to this line. It's just that simple. It's very simple. I know exactly what I'm going to do and when to do it. All right. This flag stays out. I mean, this thing's going to pump. And I showed you the flag, right, on Bitcoin. Look, Bitcoin's in a flag on the 10-minute right now. It's still going sideways. Just keep watching this flag, everyone. We're going sideways here. This flag is the BOOKMAP flag. All right. I had PTSD. I thought I kept BOOKMAP up again. I was like, Sam, you can't do this in again. Dude, love is the best frequency in the world. I live and love it all the time. Whenever I think about a situation, how can I love the person? Sometimes giving them information they don't want to hear is love, though. You know? You see your friend drinking soda every time you go to meet with them. One day you're going to have to sit and be like, listen, man, like, you can't have a soda with me. You're going to have lemon water when you hang out with me. And they're going to be like, no. And you're like, dude, I love you. You're deteriorating your bones. Soda goes into your bones, right? It's horrible. Speaking of lemon water. It's in Aries, mainly Aries, our personalities, we can't sit in front of you and watch you do something we know is bad for you and just keep doing it. Other people are like, live and let live. It is what it is. But Aries, we're just like, no, like, because it doesn't make sense to us. Things that don't make sense, we can't do. A good friend says what needs to be said, not what wants to be heard. Exactly. Hydra charge in water is good, baby. Thank you. Let's take a look at NAVI coin. I actually traded NAVI. I went to trade NAVI, but I picked like it was Tron or a different coin. And had I traded NAVI, I would have made so much more money. And to this day, I always think about it. It was the difference between 30 grand and like 300 grand. And I was like, man, I was so close. So close. I can't tell you how many times I was so close to millions of dollars trading crypto. Like, it was like, if I just held this one, man, you know. That's why when SafeMoon finally 100x, I just cried my eyes out on the live stream. I just couldn't believe it. I 100x live in front of everyone online. Like, I bought in at 9 for, $300, and it would turn into $30,000, the $300, like, just insane. So NAVI looks like it's in a bit of a cup and handle here. I like what I'm seeing on the 12-hour time frame. It's small. You don't have a lot of time frames to really go over. The 4 hours is really going to be your main source of look. And yeah, it's brand new. It's in a falling wedge. It's touching the 200 SMA. If you pull a fib, I mean, it's as retraced as it could get. It's at the 886 retracement, 786, 886. So very, very healthy area to jump on into a trade. I don't see how it could get sold off much after this. Anything is possible, though. It could go lower. Right? Just remember that. Anything can happen at any given moment in time. The more you realize that, the more you are prepared. You know? So NAVI, 72.33% possibly coming. Very oversold for NAVI. I like what I'm seeing here. There's a little bit of hidden bullish divergence too. Because that's a swing down, and that's a swing up, and you got hidden bullish. Which tells me that the trend should continue to the upside 90% of the time. 90% accurate, this indicator is, when I find hidden bullish. So I use it more than almost anything else, and it's not an indicator. I'm the indicator. I see it. I juxtapose price action and the RSI. I don't really need, those indicators will probably find this stuff for you, but you're not going to be fine-tuned with the mind and the sauce. Like, you want to be able to, here's the thing. When you use an indicator, you may not be able to teach it to somebody else, but when you know it, you can teach it. Like, if I use only indicators, I wouldn't be able to teach my class, right? But I don't, so I'm able to teach the class because I can understand how the indicators were made. All right, you also have falling volume with falling price here, telling you that the sellers are leaving. I mean, this thing could make some serious gains. NAVI. Again, let's take a look at the market cap for NAVI. Just to kind of be cautious here. Atlas NAVI. Can't even give it to us. So that means it's tiny. Hard to figure out. We have to be careful. Very low liquidity here. Drive to earn AI navigation app with licensed vehicle NFTs. Interesting. This is that thing that's like you drive to earn, like you kind of like, but then they know every place you went, and it's kind of like, I get it, real-time information, but you could use this right now. It actually is used right now. This has a use case. Because it has a real use case and it can actually work, this thing could do numbers. I'm interested in Atlas. It actually has a real use case. It's actually out pretty early and interesting. Market cap is very, very low, high risk on the low market cap. This has a real use case already. I mean, you can buy the app, you can use it. It's not like the other one we looked at was like, we will, we do, we are, we can, we believe. Like, it's like, okay, I get it. You have dreams and you have hopes, but are you going to do it? Are you actually going to make that thing happen? Drive to earn. No, I think you drive your own car and you give them the maps and they figure out the map. But it could, maybe you're right. Maybe it is NAVI. I don't know. I thought you kind of earned the NAVI coin while you gave them the information about your drives. Haters gonna hate. We're gonna love the hate out of them. Yeah, you just keep pushing love onto the haters until they don't know what else to do. We don't even have to think about it anymore. Thanks for all the love now. I'm even more inspired to teach him the right way. I spent a few years learning before I started going green. Jesse Ray, hit that like button. FTT could start trading again. What up? I quit drinking soda a while back. Lemon tea is my shiz. Love, light, and lemons to the beautiful people in the chat. Smash that like button. Shout out to Chef Free Bridges in the house. You know you're making the right move when you're relaxed and calm, not when you're sweating your bees off. Exactly. Thug Lifer here. Flux, SRM on the pump, baby. Oh, the Flux. Wait, both of them? More people came to YouTube. Oh, yeah, all that FUD. What's your favorite food, everybody? Just let me know what your favorite food is. Mine's lasagna. I love lasagna. I do. Real G's move in silence like lasagna. Get it? Real G's move in silence like gnome. I'll put you in the middle of nowhere like the letter H. I'll get you stuck up in the club like a steering wheel. That's so funny. I love that line. Steak and rice, baby. Lamb chops, chicken parm. I'm having chicken parm tonight. That's what my wife told me. Tuna sweet corn pizza. Wow, I never heard of that. Pizza, but I can eat it anywhere because I'm lactose intolerant. Steak, barbecue street tacos. Nice. All right. We went over the DXY. We went over the total market cap. We went over Bitcoin. Bitcoin dominance, something we have to take a look at. Pumping. Suggested that it was going to pump to the upside. Remember that? And let's do the juxtaposition here. Let's see what happened like we were talking about. Because remember, we were low on the 4-hour, but the US tether was high on the 4-hour. Remember I was saying it looks like one's going to dump on us. Wow, so tether, this was like right around there. So tether just made this little like red flag. That's all that happened. Still very overbought. You see that? Still very overbought. Now it's interesting. Bitcoin dominance overbought, tether overbought. What does that mean? Well, it means that people will sell a little Bitcoin into the altcoins and people will sell a little US tether into the altcoins. So you can figure out when money's going to go into the altcoins by seeing when tether and Bitcoin dominance are both going to fall. Now they both fall when the whole market dumps too. you know, because people are going to pull their money out of Bitcoin, they're going to pull their money out of Tether. But when you see the kind of movement we've been seeing lately and the resurgence with the AI coins, high coins, and all the things that we saw in the last 2-3 months, definitely wasn't a true bear market, in my humble opinion. Not like I've seen before. I mean, there was way more opportunity in this bear market than there was in the last one, in my humble opinion. But it depends. Maybe it depends on the person. A human being can find opportunity in every situation. That's why God gave us all unique positions in life. Your position isn't mine. Mine is not yours. You have access to something I don't. I have access to something you don't. That is the key. That's why living together is the key, okay? Because we can all kind of help each other out as we grow. Dominance is very high for Bitcoin. Telling me that it's going to get a bit of a pullback here. You see that? Very high on the 22-hour time frame. It could still continue up. I get it. To me, it kind of broke out of this flag it was in. Now making this kind of flag, right? This rising wedge. It is above a point of control. You want to see it flag out and consolidate. Well above the 200 SMA too on the daily. So again, like, can we consolidate here before a bigger pump? You want dominance to fall off to help the altcoins. So that could be a nice little altcoin rally coming up. Okay, can we get a look at Casper? Much love. CSPR, USDT. It's funny, the super chat started coming in on like the 5th of January, and they've just been going hot. So we put out Casper on the radar, I think yesterday, the day before. Tight moving averages. You could check it out. I mean, it was already a little high yesterday. Casper, someone asked me to go over it. Above the point of control, pumping. But look, I mean, you got wicks. You're far away from the 21-day moving average. At this point, I would pull a Fibonacci and wait it out. Likely to come back down and touch the 618, right? Let it cool off. Daily's coming back down. 4 hours in interesting. I'm going to look at it and I got to like... It had a resistance. It came to it, fell back. Attempting to find support right there. Resistance, resistance, support. Could be SR flipping that level right there as it wicked to it. Very strong area of support. Again, I want to see it just maintain this flag now. This is what I'll be watching. While the 1 hour, one of the, like the bigger time frame resets. Could be a scalp to the upside here. Like you fell out of this wedge. And if you go zoom in, I bet that 5 minute is a flag because I could see that from here. A funky flag though. Not amazing. This is Savant TA. You won't see it anywhere else. Like, you really won't. That wants to make, you know, possible move in the 5 minute. But again, I would just watch the 4 hour time frame do its thing in this flag here. And I could be 100% wrong and it could pump tomorrow. But this is just my trading style. Okay? Okay, let's take a look at Gem. Wow, you guys hit me with the super chats. This is crazy. Gemmy, right? Things at the bottle. It's in the dumps, man. Man and girl, whoever gave me this, lady or gent, not sure exactly who it was. Please don't get offended if I don't like your super chat. It does not mean I don't like you. Okay. Just means I'm not into the coin, you know. One guy got really offended because, like, the name, whatever. So, Gem looks like it wants to continue. I mean, I don't know, man. I'd have to research this and actually like figure out what it is and why it is. Came out in October and just has been beat to the ground. Like, not a good market for it to kind of come out with a new something new, right? What is Gem? We want you to come here and we want you to leave educated. I want you to spend 2 hours with me every day, and I want you to leave knowing way more than you knew every single time you come here. I don't want to waste your time. Every once in a while, I'm going to give you a little story of my life. We're going to have some fun, but 90% of the time, I'm going to be giving you knowledge, all right? $84,000 market cap, very sketch. I don't like trading something lower than like I need at least $1 million usually, you know? Usually. This is going to struggle a little bit. Jemmy, where were we? There we were. So, I mean, this is the thing. When things finally kind of start to bowl out, you'd have to believe in this project and like it and like think it's going to do amazing, you know? I don't know enough about it. And the daily is like kind of an indecision. Looks like it's just going to make this elongated bull. Could be a perfect bottom, point of control. I mean, it's a great place to buy. But it's just not my cup of tea right now, personally. 1 hour time frames beat. Like it wants to go down. And you just couldn't get above a point of control. So let's break down we saw the bigger idea. So you can clearly see the point of control, like you have a lot of resistance and you just hit resistance there and you're overbought on the 1 hour. So I guess you got to make a flag here, kind of a cup and handle and break out. For 10%, like, I don't know. I wouldn't look at this ever again. I don't want to look at this coin ever again. Maybe something happens and it ends up being amazing. Let me at least look at their website to not like write it off completely, but it's Metaverse Store, Asia's leading entertainment metaverse. Really? How is it their leading metaverse if they only have $84,000 in that doesn't make any sense. Join our Discord, read our white paper. Huh. Staking, store, login, a fan of celebrity. Sneak peek of our designs. Sorry, this song is horrible. How did that slip in there? Dude. I can't stand this genre. Not this genre. I love the genre. I just don't I wasn't paying attention to the music that much today, so but I'm just gonna go back to my saved. Shima Capital, Newman, Spark. I know Spark. I like them. They're interesting. NGC, they've been on my radar before. How many Twitter followers they got? 47,000. When's the last time they tweeted? January 10th, they got a pinned tweet 7 hours ago. 1 day left to receive 5x earnings. You better run. We're launching gem staking to celebrate rolling out phase 1. 5,000 gem plus a game NFT. Gemi. Maybe it does something amazing. I don't know. The Patriots, is that the New England Patriots? Funny. Why are they trending right now? Crazy to think that these calls went the other way, which they should have. The Patriots would have been in the playoffs. It's not kind of crazy, right? Remember that? I'll always remember this game. Man. Anyway, you guys don't care about my love for... That was insane. I got to watch this. Hold on. That was nuts. Oh, we took it against the Raiders. The tuck rule. Oh, my God. It was crazy. Oh, my God. The tuck. The famous tuck. Right? And, you know, how do you feel? How do you feel about BOA missing people's... It wasn't Zelle funds with Zelle. Great commercial. See, Bitcoin gets commercials all the time. You get it? Like, that's a great commercial for Bitcoin. Let me know. Spread this. Like, come on. I am the lover of life and the lover of love. So when you spread my stuff, you're spreading love and life. Like, help me encompass the world with the biggest hug in ever possible. Okay? I really like what this 22 hours doing. It's saying, hey, I'm going to hold support at $926 billion. We fall down. We know what we're going to do. We've talked about it. I got the X. I know the levels. We're going to watch these bigger time frames. They're going to really tell us what's up. And then we're going to keep Bitcoin in that diamond. What's the solution to getting your crypto connected to your own debit card? You get a Coinbase account. Coinbase gives you what's called a Coinbase Visa card, like this. Then you can sell on any exchange you want to US Tether, send the tether to this card and you can spend it. You just like it's, you swipe it. And you also get 4% back in rewards on the card. I've been getting 4% back in Stellar Lumens. This year I made $300. What's the solution to getting your crypto connected to your own debit card? Help me help you. Exactly. What does the title of the video mean? Or is it just clickbait? Are you serious? You're being facetious, right? I can't read this stuff. Do you see this? It's the diamond. I have the diamond blurred. Bitcoin on the edge, tension builds. I mean, don't you think we're going sideways, sideways, sideways? Everyone's like, what are you talking about? How is that not? That's exactly what's happening right now. It's exactly what's happening. I encompass the feeling of the moment in time. I don't know. Bitcoin on the edge, tension builds. Do you see this? Like, come on now. Kidding me? I showed you the diamond. That's not clickbait at all. I actually showed you exactly what I'm going to show you. Like, it was the reverse of clickbait. It was actually I was subtly revealing. So I don't know. I paid $0K for the black. How long do you think before the pump or the dump? I don't think. That's a crazy question. Just watch the charts, man. Stop trying to figure out where the market's going. Everyone wants someone to predict. Stop predicting and start playing probabilities. You have nothing else. Stop playing games. Stop listening to the news. Stop doing what you're told every 5 seconds. Stop becoming a pawn and a sheep. Stop. Take control of your life like I did. Do something different. Go after it. There's no excuses. Nobody put me on YouTube. No one gave me a YouTube channel. Nobody said, here, Sam, here you go. I had to do it on my own. My dad couldn't do it for me. My mom couldn't do it for me. My sisters couldn't do it for me. My wife couldn't do it for me. My richest friends worth 50 billion wouldn't help, worth 50 mil couldn't help me. I had to do it myself. The 1 hour looks to blast off on AGIX, looking really, really nice. I'm still in this trade. 20% stop loss with a 93% target. That's a 4-to-1 risk-reward ratio. There's no reason I shouldn't be in this trade, in my humble opinion. It's tight. It has high probabilities. The 22-hour, the 4-hour, everything is looking good to me. The 1 hour is ready to rock. I like AGIX. I'm still in the trade. I put it out every day to the trading group. We've been talking about it. AGIX. BOOKMAP, flat as all heck. Tiny little bit of a try to get a short squeeze there and didn't even get it. Lack of short sellers at the moment. Lack of volume on both sides. We need some people to get convinced one way or the other for the market maker to go after them. That's kind of what we're waiting on. Your kids are going to be teaching their kids how to divergence, of course. Coinbase rewards are legit. I prefer everything with it. Shout out to Jesse Ray, my man. I won't sell probably until next year if the market is where I like it. Not buying either. I'm just going to grab popcorn and watch. People are used to looking for predictions because that's what the mainstream media promotes. Yeah. Let's take a look at GALA. AGX is really easy. Like, I didn't need to really, it's ready to go. Let's look at good GALA. GALA had that huge pump, had to retrace a little bit, but it's holding just like Bitcoin. It's like, hey, what more, So let's take a look here. You just got above the 200 SMA on the daily. Usually a big sign for a big pump. I mean, the last time GALA got above this, can't even see it because we don't have a 200 that's old enough. All right. We go to the 4 hour. Last time GALA got above the 200 SMA on the 4 hour time frame. Look at the move it made. It was slightly below it. It got above a huge. Slightly below it, got above it. Gone. It was below it. It got above it. Nice pump there from about 28 cents all the way to 39. Little pump there. Nice pump there from 5 cents all the way up to 7 cents. And then the 4 hour got the pump here too the second it got above the 200 SMA. Now these moving averages are far apart. Tell me that we're likely to get a pullback to a fib level. So you would pull a fib here. And this is what I call like a mini fib. And do you start this falling wedge down to the 618 or off of this point of control? Right now you're hanging above the point of control. So we'll give it that. You take it level by level. It's all right. But then I want to delete that little piece. I don't need that there. So GALA, right? This is what I see happening. And a nice ascending triangle, if it can stay above the zone, consolidates, and then we can get a bigger move for GALA. So I'm watching GALA out of this channel here. All right. Says you can get a nice pump just today on the 4 hour. But there's a good chance it's just a pattern trade. Still 27% gains out of the pattern trade to the upside. So look at that GALA move. So it could stay in the pattern, and you'd pattern trade it for 26% gains. I mean, that's pretty nice. I call that a pattern trade for GALA. Possible pattern trade for GALA. Okay. No problem. Have a great day. Blah, blah, blah. You guys are funny. I'm reading the chat like I shouldn't be. So here we go. 11:54, 6 more minutes. Wow. Lever, ALBT, ATM, Magic, and Quant. Unbelievable. Sam, please. EM, please. I love the pleases, but it's like I barely get through the super chat. So, AGI, I just did AGIX, man. Come on. Yeah, I did it. Sorry, Lokoji, I did it. Let's get to 500 likes on the live stream. Come on now. 433 likes. I love the 33. You're telling me we can get $76 in chat revenue and we can't get 500 likes? Let's get it going, baby. Let's get it going. Can we get Lifer to 500? GALA has 14 games. We talked about GALA on screen share the night before. I believe it pumped. The miner isn't worth the price for GALA. Interesting. Thank you, Sam. Seen it. Amen. Amen. Laura, man, no more super chats, Laura. Come on. You can't put a super chat in at 11:55. Come on. You're killing me, Laura. You're not killing me, but even you know. I thought everyone knew, like, by 11:50, like, it was kind of like, you know. So I like this ALBT. It made a little bit of a pump. 24%, 0.24% from when I put it out. Came back down and then just kind of stayed in the falling wedge yet again. See this? Really didn't change its structure. Still looks super bullish to me on the 4-hour time frame. Still has hidden bullish divergence. Okay. Never got stopped out too. Remember that. So it's like trade is still in play. ALBT is still in play, really. I did just move this. The buy was here recently, but it, yeah, may have gotten close. ALBT still looks like it's going to make a bit of a move. Moving average is a little far apart from me, though. The 21 and the 200 are a little far apart. Tells me to kind of, it's a little risky there. 1 hour wants to make a move, though. It's interesting. That's a little high risk. You got to take a shot. Like, there's just, you know, it depends on your risk tolerance. The moving average is a little further apart than I'd like. 12-hour looks good, though. 8-hour looks good, too. I mean, this thing, when this thing moves, it moves. All right? I still have it on the radar. Still on the radar for me, ALBT. But ever since I got the stand-up desk, man, I get no shoulder pain. Things work really nice. But look, this is a hidden bullish. I showed a bunch of hidden bullishes today. I mean, it plays out 90% of the time. Now, you got to, it's not always perfect. You got to find it right. Right? But that's a hidden bullish. I don't know if we label both these just to help people understand. We have 2 hidden bullishes there, though. All right. ALBT, thank you for the love. All right. Lifer friend, you the best, man. Love you. Funny. Beam, Solana. Man, all trading is way more complicated than 3 commas. Nah, it isn't. It isn't. You'll figure it out in 2 seconds. It's intuitive. It actually put your stop losses right where you want. It knows exactly where the algorithm wants you to be, too. It's actually really easy. If you watch did you watch my training video on it? I bought 100K for GALA node license. I'd rather buy the coin. Amen. You'll get used to it. It becomes simple. And I'll take complicated over being hacked anytime. Yeah, right? Bitcoin, please. My man. Lifer friend. Lever, ATM, Magic, and Quant. Let's take a look at Lever. Never heard of Lever. Don't know what it is. It's on Binance. I don't see it on KuCoin. So it came out, kind of philandered, making the first higher low. Daily wants to push down. So you make a trend line. If you hold this trend line, and then you make this, and you say, okay, it's in an ascending triangle. It broke up, broke back in, and you negate the fact that it ever left. Daily would have to reset and hold this trend line to the upside. Looks like it may. You want really low 12-hour, really low 4-hour. This could get a bit of a pump. You could probably trade this maybe on Bolsadex. I can't trade Binance.com. I'm not allowed. Really was sad the day that I had to leave Binance. It was like the saddest day for me. I used it for 4 years straight. Then I had to change it up. I used KuCoin on and off, but then KuCoin had to become my main exchange. I wasn't sure it was going to hold me down, but it does. It gets the liquidity, it gets the coins, it gets the moves. This could pump up about 87% gains. It's about to break above a point of control, and if it does that, it's getting here, and then it's going to continue to the upside. So I'd definitely take a look at that. 477 likes, of course, right? I'm serious. I mean, 477 likes. You tell me, guys. You tell me about the 77. We should get 1,000 likes, no lie. Like, okay. Need a last call. Flashing lights for super chats. Okay. Can you look at good gold lifer? I don't know if we'll have the time. I don't think we'll have the time, my man. ATM and Magic. ATM on Binance. Someone likes to trade Binance. Also on Mex Global, though. Is that Alto de Madrid? Is that the same thing each time? $3.18. I mean, this is like a fan token that just like, oh, come on, man. I don't know. I'm not a fan of this at all. It's spiked up, spiked back down. Low liquidity. Just what a like, it's about to hit resistance on the 2-hour. Look at that. The moving averages are really far apart, even though it wants to make a move. I guess it could go up. I don't know, man. I'm not into deep diving like crap coins at the bottom of their barrels. Like, it just doesn't do it for me. I mean, yeah, look, you're pushing up. Everything looks nice. You could get a move here. I'm probably not going to trade it, though. You know, 78% gains. You did get above a point of control. You're right here, you know, in the middle of the gap. You should gap up to here and at least get to the volume area high. So 4-hour looks good. Daily looks good. 1 hour doesn't, right? 1 hour is getting rejected by the 200 SMA and a bit of a flag. I would rank that down. Did we come back down here? So ATM doesn't look good, man. I don't like it. It's a coin on Chili's. Manchester City. AS Roma. Nah, I get it. I don't really care. Sorry. There's just something way better out there. Like Metaverse. Like, come on, like, you know. Dude, CHE didn't even pump in the World Cup. Like, don't get me started on that. You know what I mean? Like, Magic just came out. Magic looked like it rugged, man. It got rugged. I mean, look at this thing. Came out and just went all the way down to the tubes. Double bottoming on the 1 hour, oversold. You need like the 15-minute to even look at this. I wouldn't, like, come on, man. Like, here's the deal. Like, get above the point of control, and then I'll start trading it, you know? I'm not going to speculatively try to grab, like, I'd rather trade, like, Phantom 3L or something. Like, I don't know. I don't go for gum on the bottom of someone's shoe, man. There's, like, so much better out there, you know? Maybe this is your coin and you love it. I'm just not about it right now. Not about these little crap it's not my thing. Look, you're overbought on the 15. It's the only time frame you have. That needs to come on down. Looks like you're going to go sideways. Possible shoulder, head, and a right shoulder. Push up to the 200. And you got no information. I'm sorry. Like, this thing is just... You'd have to go to, like, the 5. And do you want to get to the next resistance? When I just know something is, like, low probability, very high risk, I'm like... My mind can find what's the least amount of risk and the highest probable. Like, this is way too high risk for the probability. Like, it's not worth it. It's like swimming through shark-infested waters to get a breast just to exercise for the day. Like, go to a pond, you know? 17% gains out of taking it and trying to buy the bottom to a point of control. That's a mess. I'd stay away from that coin. I wouldn't trade that. Polygon, ADA, Algo, Phantom, yes. HIDOODLES got rugged. Really? Can you look at Link, please? They are gems, baby. Alchemy pay. Some people like the pain. Did HIDOODLES really get rugged? Maybe it did, huh? No, look at it. Still have a higher high. Oh, it did look like it got rugged, though. Look at that. It did get rugged. Look at that. That's a rug pull for sure. Honestly, we traded these high coins when they were hot for like that month of December. Like, don't like, you know what I mean? Like, figure that out. Like, people join my trading group like, this is hot for a couple weeks, man. It's over. Yeah, when they get added to the bot features. Yep. Okay. Let's take a look at Quant. Still on the fence of ACH, Laura. It's 12:04. You know, my wife is now, you know, she's... So, look, I talked about Aragon. Ant making a bit of a move here. Let me see. When did I look at this? Aragon looks so aggressive for a move here. When did I put that out? On the 4th of January at $2.14. It's at 264. So right here, or maybe even right here then, the 4th of January. So right around here, I called this thing out, and this, like, I was like something like this. And I posted this here. See? I called that bottom, and it banged. It basically almost hit the target too. And now it's holding above the previous resistance. Oh, come on. Thank you. That's a gem that I never put out that I hit. I hit that gain, and I never remembered that I hit it. So I appreciate you. I can now send this to the squad. Daily is flipping. 4 hour is doing its thing and a bit of a flag there. 1 hour oversold, you know. So I just want to send this after 37, 34. It took a while too, like 12 days, right? 15 days. A lot of sideways price action first. And that's a bear market. Not everything's going to fly like in a bull market. It's not going to happen. You know? And before on 1/4/3:36 p.m. You know. All right, that's Ant. Let me take a look at it now. I can kind of get away from what I did there. All right. You have this upper trend line forming. Let's go to the 4. So let's assess. Definitely a resistance, support. That could be an SR flip. Stay up, and we did bounce from it. So like that could be our next level that we stay above for a while now. And there's some point of control and a high volume node there too. You can almost say you like broke out of this flag in a way. Pointing up on the 4 hour, can it continue? Oh, this is what I see happening. Just like Bitcoin, can it stay above that new resistance point and make this? Yeah, there we go. Takes me a second. I don't see everything immediately. There you go. This is it. And then we want to see this translate. So yes, pattern traded again, just like GALA. Possible pattern trade for Ant. Okay. Pattern trade is when you make a trade inside the pattern, from the bottom to the top of the pattern. That's it. Nothing else. Alchemy Pay. I own this long term. It's supposed to be amazing for like Asian payment. So I thought it would do big numbers in the last bull run. Didn't do a dang thing. Saw this flag, but it lost the point of control. See this? Had it really, you wanted to keep that point of control. Flag pushing up on the 4 hour time frame. Measured move is still basically the same. Takes you now to about 0.16488. Be 60 cents on a it's basically making 60 cents on a buck, right? You're making 0.6 cents on a penny. Same idea. Let's take a look at the 8 hour time frame. You're bouncing here off this resistance. 8 hour does want to make a bit of a move. You could be SR flipping this area here. Resistance, 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 support. 8 hour does want to make a bit of a move. If Bitcoin pumps, this will pump. Alchemy Pay on the radar for a move to the upside. 50% gains. Gets above that point of control. But yeah, I see what I'm saying. Golden Cross. Pretty interesting. Lack of bearish momentum. Falling volume with falling price. RSI is at 52. There's a hidden bullish divergence there. Swing down, swing up. Hidden bullish divergence in the whole market. It's everywhere. And that tells me that we should get a bit of a push here. And the 8 hour looking very bullish to me too as well for Alchemy Pay. Again, you have to get the knowledge that I teach by coming to class every Tuesday from 3 to 5. And then once you get the knowledge, you can then jump into the learning library, practice the knowledge. Within 3 to 5 months at the most, you should be able to start making profitable trades and figuring out. Sometimes even quicker than that. Depends on how much you put in and how much time you put into the work. You know, if you keep grinding, high probability it's going to play out for you. All right. So let's take a look at Bitcoin. We basically predicted sideways. Let's see where we're at now. 1 hour did a fake out breakout, really didn't get us above the resistance. So to me, and it's about to roll over. So it really just kind of lackluster, right? Just not amazing. And honestly, like, this is down. Usually you come down to the bottom here, so we should kind of end down. This 1 hour kind of wants to dump on you. I mean, it doesn't look amazing. And we know the 4 hour could stay here for days. Like, it doesn't matter, right? We just bearishly retested this point of control, which says we're going to end up right here for a double bottom at 20,006. We lose that. We head to 20,277, of course. And then we lose that. We head down to 19,192. And we'll gap from this high volume node right to this one because there's just less liquidity here. And look, smooth move. We moved up fast. We'll move down fast. That's kind of how diamonds begin. So I would see us possibly coming down here, coming back up, sideways, and then the diamond could still dump after like 2 or 3 days more of sideways behavior. So I'm watching Bitcoin in this channel. I'm watching Bitcoin in the 22-hour time frame, right? Inside this little flag here. This has me somewhat excited that we could actually maybe make a bit of a move. We touched the 21-day moving average. I extended it with my yellow line, and this could continue to the upside. So measured move for there would be 24,005. We would get there pretty fast. All right. A golden cross is coming on the 22. We get above that high volume node. We head up to the volume area high. We're getting oversold in the 22. The 12 looks okay. The 8 looks lovely. The 6 looks lovely. The 7, the 4 hour has been stretched. 1 hour needs to reset. And that's fine because that could just send us here to the bottom of the pattern. And that's a rising wedge that breaks down. Make 100% sense, it wouldn't be that crazy. And it would also still fill out my pattern on the diamond. So I gave you the 22, I gave you the 4 hour, I'm giving you the 1 hour, I'm giving you every single time frame you need to figure out where Bitcoin's going to go. All right. So sorry, this isn't the KuCoin chart. There you go. Show me my diamond. There you go. Nice and neat. So that's Bitcoin in a bit of a nutshell, everybody. What am I doing? I'm not opening up a short. I'm not opening up a long. I want to see this play out. I'm observing the market to gain my edge. Okay. And I'm looking for little altcoins that may pump while we're waiting for Bitcoin to go sideways. Back to BOOKMAP, really didn't give us much. That liquidity is sitting there. We're sideways at 20,009. Feels low volume, you know. So good news is the dollar got rejected nicely by there and starting to fall down, which is a good sign for Bitcoin too as well. That rejection was what we needed. We got it on the 1 hour time frame. See that? We were waiting for this. That started to pump up. That was going to change the narrative, but it didn't. So far, so good. But we're watching the diamonds on the dollar, watching the diamond on Bitcoin. And it is what it is. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. Quant. Someone wants quant. See, if Laura didn't give me ACH, you know, at the last minute there, you know, I'm just saying, you know. So quant touching the 200 SMA on the 1 hour in a falling wedge. Okay. We started buying quant at 80. Remember at 87. We're still in the money. So I've been drawing quant in the kind of this cup and handle. It held the 618 Fibonacci level and bounced. Okay. This is what we see here. We broke out of this. Tight moving averages. Says we're going to get a bigger move coming. The daily needs to reset though. 22 hours getting low like the rest of the market. We bounce off the bottom of this trend line. Resistance. We possibly could SR flipping 131. So a lot of areas are trying to establish a new bottom. Like almost so many different coins are right at a precipice, right? 4 hour wants to make a move. I like what I'm seeing here. It's basically kind of a cup and handle. The moving average is a little further apart than I'd like them to be. All right, when the 21 and the 200 separate, it gets me a little weary. All right, we do see hidden bullish divergence though, which is my strongest indicator. Swing up to swing up, with the swing down to swing down. Right, and you can even go all the way from here and do it, and go all the way to there. I mean, you got hidden. That's hidden bullish divergence, hands down. Tells you that we should continue to the upside. So the hidden bullish divergence in the 4 hour we've seen all over the market tells us that we should get a bit of a pump here. It's a 90% accurate indicator that you find yourself So I showed you like a bunch of and you want to backtest your hidden bullish. You want to paper trade hidden bullish as many times as you can so you feel comfortable with it. Trading is understanding the probability and then using and believing in it. You got to believe in it or it doesn't exist. You see? Or it doesn't exist. So everybody, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications so you can find out when I post my next video. Remember, every single Wednesday night at 7 p.m., we're going to be interviewing someone from the space. We had crypto. We had our man here, Jason Casper, showing us some awesome knowledge. We broke down a lot of awesome topics. Definitely check this out. We had our man, Sin City Crypto, and Rob and Dave both on the channel. Next week, we got someone, other guests. Stay tuned for the guest. We got so many people coming your way every single Wednesday at 7 p.m. Get ready. ETH, Bitcoin Mask, Volt, AGIX, ADA, Sol, Bitcoin, and Dixie. Yeah, right. Have a nice life. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications so you can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Crypto is life. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. I'll catch you tomorrow on the next live stream. My beard will be a little thicker, okay? And I'll see you all maybe tonight. You never know, but I'll see you in the trading group for sure. I'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Everyone, thank you so much for a wonderful show. We did it again. Another one in the books. Episode 700. What number episode was this? Jesus Louises. Episode 745. Unreal. On our way to 1,000 episodes. That's going to be an epic day. 1,000 episodes. Everyone, thank you so much for the love. I'll catch you on the next live stream. Be safe. One love. Crypto is life, baby. Live in love. Love is the strongest frequency. Treat everyone with respect. Watch your tone. Watch the way you speak, you know. And raise your frequency to the highest level you can. You're going to be fine. Trust me. You don't have to live in the reality they created for you. You can create your own frequency and fly inside. I love you all. I'll catch you tomorrow. Thank you. Gratitude is everything. I appreciate you all for coming to the live stream and making it what it is. Without you, I got nothing. One love. Crypto is life. Be safe. Thank you.